Good late afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and this is James Ramos from At the Quarter Pole, and here's my Kentucky Derby preview part two. And what I'm going to be sharing you today, ladies and gentlemen, will be the workout tabs so far that I've been keeping up with on the news. And the first horse I have to mention too trains 4 furlongs and 78 flat was Golden Tempo, and that was I believe a week ago at Keeneland, and I marked that as a bullet workout, running 47 flat, and he looked really good out there, ladies and gentlemen. The composition track is going to be different from Keeneland to Churchill, but it was still a viable, good work. 417, so that'd be April 17th. So happy ran at Santa Anita. April 17th, as I mentioned, 5 furlongs and 59 and 4. Guys with company running in the outside. Good workout, could be a little bit over the top. Only good as Santa Anita is a speed favorite track, and it might be, and it looks, the time wise looks better than it may actually be. So be careful with that work. Another workout for April 18th with Albus. Albus, the Wood Memorial winner, ran 4 furlongs and 49 flat, got clocked at 5 furlongs at 102 1/5. A little bit below average workout. I'd like to see 101, maybe 1 and change, but so far, his health is working well. Other workouts report, Right to Party. Now, this is from the DRF from Mike Welsh. And Right to Party ran 5/8 and 103 3/5, and that was very slow, in my opinion, considering it was a 5 furlong work. He was bested by his training mate, so be worried about that. He came in second in the Wood Memorial behind Albus. So just to let you have something to think about when you think about playing this horse. Chip Honcho had a 5 furlong work, same date at 418 at 59 and 4/5. He's in the Derby field, noted by Horse Racing Nation. He's going to draw in, probably outside. Now, Chip Honcho is going to be one of the very few speed horses in this race where I don't see it being very fast in fractional time. I'm seeing the fractions at 23 and 2 to 24 and a half at 46 and 4 to 47 and 1. He has 47 and 1. I don't think there's a lot of speed like at previous Kentucky Derbies, but Chip Honcho will be drawn in the Kentucky Derby field, which posts I'll know more when they pull the draw positions this Saturday at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I believe at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Next horse to put out for the workout was a Puma, and he ran 5/8 in 1 minute and 3/5. They had him run an extra 3 furlongs. He clocked 1 mile and 137 3/5 with Javier Castellano up, and he'll be riding the Puma in the Kentucky Derby. Other workouts report would be 418, which April 18th. Emerging Market, 4/8 of a mile and 48 and 4. Ocelli, 4 furlongs, 47 and 3, but Ocelli doesn't look like he's going to draw in. Just the workouts, just in case if he does draw in by miracle. That is his work for 4 furlongs at 47 and 3/5, who came in third in the Wood Memorial. Other workouts was 419, Pavilionian at Santa Anita, 6/8 of a mile and 115, and that is darn slow. Granted, she had a tough race in Louisiana Derby, but that was Pavilionian at 6/8 of a 115. Entrepido, 4 furlongs, a lot better workout, 4 furlongs at 47 and 1. Outside of company two, just like So Happy. So they're urging him to be out wide. And he's really got a tough spot trying to draw in the field. I liked him in the Santa Anita Derby, did not show up, and he's over the barrel against these horses, especially if he's running out of form. Another work would be, well, it's not a work, it is a work. 420 would be Chief Wallaby. 5 furlongs and 1 minute flat. Now, to let you know about the 5 furlong workout, ladies and gentlemen, that he galloped a mile before he went into the workout. He galloped a mile. Then he proceeded to go on his workout, 5 furlongs, 1 minute flat with the blinkers on. They galloped him out today, and he had blinkers off, and he looks fantastic. I mean, his coat's really sheen, and I'll also be giving the conditioning of the top contenders of the Derby after I'm done with the workouts. Next workout will be, again, a 420, Potente, 6/8 of a mile, 113 1/5. And Potente was a good workout. Second in the Santa Anita Derby behind So Happy. He's at 25 by William Hill's odds right now. It's going to change. We'll see what happens when DRF and they post their odds for the race. So that is my workout tabs for the last week or 6-7 days. I've been looking at the workouts and giving you this information. Also, information that was brought down by Mike Welsh from the DRF. I just appreciate his undertaking and doing times. He's really one of the best, if not the best, clocker out there in horse racing business. Now for the horse racing appearance. Visually, Renegade is trained at Palm Beach. He looks okay. Give him a B average on looks. He's keeping his sheen out there at Palm Beach. Top Pletcher's keep him at Palm Beach. I guess he doesn't want to be in a big track. Now, there's a positive and negative to this, ladies and gentlemen. He's keeping away from all the horses at Churchill, at Keeneland, all the major trainer facilities. I wonder when he's going to bring Renegade into Churchill to get a feel of the track. Right now, the positive is he's getting all that lone time by himself, and sometimes horses need that just to not be around all that crowd. But with about 167 to 170,000 being there for Kentucky Derby Day, he should get a little bit used to that track and maybe school around the paddock and also behind the gate. We'll see when Top Pletcher brings Renegade into Churchill. Commandment, give him a B. Looks decent. A lot of handicappers don't really care for Commandment right now because they stated that he just pops the same kind of speed buyer between 95 to 100, but he's a very professional horse. So what is it? Is he more just an average speed buyer horse, or is he a very professional horse? I look at the difference. He's a very professional horse, especially the way he wins. And can't knock his last 4 wins. And this is still one of my plays for the Superfecta. I'll be playing the Superfecta. Now it looks like there's also a horse that's an A+ that everybody knows who's looking absolutely fantastic. Further ado, he galloped out today. The jockey had his feet in the had his brakes on. Boy, he's like his water skiing, trying to hold that horse back. He looks absolutely wonderful. Says Further Ado's been at Churchill Downs last week and a half. He just looks like he's getting incredibly better and better as time goes by. We'll see what happens next week. It's critical because you don't know if they're going to spike a fever, they're going to, chip a hoof or something. You never know. Not trying to be funny, but you never know what happens last week. But overall, A+ appearance for Further Ado. I mean, he's all dappled out and he's ready to go. I mean, he looks phenomenal over Commandment. It was an A+ on his looks and his temperament right now. Haven't had a chance to look at the Puma. Had that one workout that I mentioned, but until he gets over the track, we'll see how he pans out right now. Chief Wallaby, A by his confirmation and his code. Looks really good out there. After he drilled that 5 furlongs in 1 minute, he was out there galloping, and he looked even better when he was galloping. He really did. I saw him work this morning, and he looked wonderful. Sound Tactic, B-. He looks okay. I mean, he's already had the 3 hard races already at Oaklawn Park with running in the Rebel, the Southwest, and the Smarty Jones. He showed up for every dance. He's danced every dance. So Mark Casse doesn't really have to put a lot of work into this horse. He just want to keep him healthy and happy before they come to Kentucky Derby. But he looked okay. I gave him a B- on that. Same as Emerging Market. Beautiful chestnut, striking chestnut for the Claridge Stables, and I gave him a B. Flavor and Prod choose to ride this horse. He won his maiden at 3-1 at Tampa Bay. Then he stepped up in the Louisiana Derby and beat Pavilionian and also Golden Temple. And he was the wise guy's pick. They had him going down from 6-1 to 2-1. It's a really jumping class going from main special into G Company into the G1 race at a mile and 1/4. I'm still kind of fickle. I don't think I'm going to use them. A lot of long shot bettors like this horse. I can't fault you. Just going into a main special and then going into a G2, and especially going to a different track and then another different track. I know it's Kentucky Derby time, maybe trying to push this horse a little bit too hard. I'll see how your workout comes around. That one workout I mentioned, it's okay. It wasn't really crazy about it, but we'll see what happens with the last week and see if he is flourishing that last week before the starting gate. Incredible gave that horse looking at a B. He looks well. He seems like he's fit and he has a good sheen to him. Golden Temple going in him. I gave him an A, especially at that 47-1 workout in Keeneland. That was an eye popper. It's one of the long shot horses I'm going to use in Superfecta. I think he's going to improve, though. He's a one-way closer, but remember, this is the second time that he'll be wearing blinkers. Sherry DeVoe hasn't discussed about having him on, but I'm sure he's going to have him on. And he was cutting in the margin of Emerging Market and Pavilionian in the Louisiana Derby, and it's a race that was sneaky good, and you got to look at the replays on it. It's really good right now. Full Effort, another exceptional horse looking great. I gave the horse on horse appearance, dappled out with his great looking self at A+ right now. And he's a horse that looks like he's handling the dirt Doesn't look like a horse that needs synthetic, but he looks like he's handling the dirt pretty well. We won't know until they let those gates open. He's running against 19 of the best 3-year-olds right now. But watch out for this horse and your exotics, very much so. If I have anything, Wonder Dean was schooling behind the starting gate, getting used to it. And he's still the Japanese, the Japanese, the horse are known as to take their time. And it's kind of even gallop and walk slowly around the track. That's if it's worked out for every young, so I'm not going to knock it, but hasn't really shown any kind of workout in my handicapping, what I've seen handicap observing the replays and studying. Pavilionian, he's okay. I got him under a C. I think he's over the top. I don't think he's going to make it against this field. Ran second to Emerging Market in Louisiana Derby. Maybe the mile and 1/4 is a little bit too long. Right to Party, looks a little bit better. First week, he didn't look so hot. He got outworked by his workmate in the workout where he ran a very pedestrian time. So watch out for that. Normally, I don't pay horses that get outworked by the workmate and then run pedestrian times. You got to get something going on now because we're about 10 days from the big day. 6-Speed hasn't been on the track. I haven't seen him on the track. He's supposed to show a lot of early lick. Well, at the mile 1/4, I think it's too long for the horse. I saw him run at the Dubai in his last race, and he folded against Wonder Dean. And he was setting up a really good pace. I don't think this horse knows how to rate, especially with other speed coming onto him, like Chief Honcho and other top contenders. So he's really going to have to really step up his bars a lot. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen. It might, but I'm not using 6-Speed. Iron Honor will fail the fire in his last race at Wood Monroe, which was basically all boxcars around. Not a very good race. I say that was the least of the top Derby pre-races. I'm not using anybody from that. I'm not using Right to Party. I'm not using Iron Honor, not Albus. Just being honest, not using any of those horses out of that race. Entropy, though, same way. He looked okay. He's a nice-looking horse. We gave him a overall appearance, what I saw on the track. But he's going to have to show a lot more, and the odds was a reflection of it. So those are the horses that look really well. Again, I'll repeat for do A+, since that horse has gone to Churchill. He looks phenomenal. I thought Sovereignty looked great last year when he was working a ton last year before the Derby, but the jockey was dead still on him. He hit the brakes on that horse, and further just wanted to go, and he looks absolutely phenomenal. A+ on that. Full Effort was an A+ on his looks. And after that, Chief Wallaby got an A. So your top 3 horses in appearance and how they're looking, how they're moving forward to Kentucky Derby by their appearance and their demeanor and the way they're working would be further due Full Effort and Chief Wallaby, especially with Chief Wallaby running that five furlongs at 1 minute flat and then get the whole gallop before that within a mile. So those 3 horses are an exceptional part. Renegade is the bottom tier second with Commandment, Puma. Haven't really seen a lot of La Puma, and then drops down to Emerging Market, Soundtack is 3rd tier. All right, next week is a big week. We're going to have the Kentucky Derby draw. I'll have more information on that, and I'll also give you my picks. But right now I'm leaning into Further Due Commandment on top of the Super. And the reason why I'm using Further Due is the way his appearance looking overall at the track. And he'll be the second choice. We'll see how Renegade progresses into next week. And this is James Ramos from At the Quarter Pole, where winning and history run neck and neck. Have a good late afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.